Drawn Like Moths is a sci-fi thriller set in Washington State. The movie follows Mickey, a hardened but hopeful daughter, searching for answers. The past year for her has been a blur. She's been searching for a missing father. All leads have been dead ends, and all hope is gone, until a mysterious clue lures her into the wilderness. But Mickey doesn't go alone. She brings her unknowing friends deep into the woods, towards something they've never seen before. With that said, I want to say what's good, y'all. I'm Joe Fredrickson, writer and director of Drawn Like Moths, and this is episode 3 of Drawn Like Vlogs. I had grown familiar with a core group of actors that Tony and Alex had worked with from scoring their work. A great example of this is Alex. I had seen him act in their Fallout projects, and I knew that I wanted him to play Dave.
Hi there, I'm Alex Stout and I play Dave. To me, the casting process of Drawn Like Moths was one of the more interesting and exciting aspects of the pre-production. When Joe showed us the script, he told us that he had written certain characters with very specific actors in mind for those roles. And my character, Dave, was one of those characters, or he had written the part with me in mind. Even though there were specific actors he had envisioned for these parts, we felt it was important to still run everybody through the audition process and have them read the script with other members of the cast to make sure that the chemistry was there and they could perform the role as needed and as envisioned. When I asked Joe to describe the character of Dave for me, he just said one word, deadpan. So I just kind of went with that, and I kind of based my performance off of Jordan Shalansky from the Conan show. One of the things that interested me about Dave when I first read the script was his relationship with Allie. To me, the two of them seemed like the most unlikely couple, especially considering that Allie was going to be played by Marcy. And it kind of reminded me of Zoe and Wash from Firefly. Zoe, who's this hardened combat vet, and Wash, who's this kind of dorky character that likes to play with dinosaur toys. You look at those two and you wonder, how the hell are they in a relationship together? And so looking at Dave and Allie, you kind of wondered, it's like, there's no way those two could be a couple. Yet somehow they are, and somehow they make it work. And so I thought that was really fascinating and really interesting. I had casted Zez in a couple of short films that I directed a few years ago, and he's just a lot of fun to work with and to have on set. And so he was one of my go-to people when it came to casting the role of Seth, because Joe did not write Seth with a specific actor in mind for the role, which gave us a lot of freedom in terms of who we could audition. When we auditioned Zez, he just brought this sincerity to the character, which was really powerful, and was one of the aspects that ultimately led us to casting him for the character. Alina and I actually met on the set of another film. I was invited to do secondary camera work on this other movie, and she was an extra there. And while we were waiting for the director to set up the first shot, she and I met and started chatting, and we got along real nicely. And so at the end of the shoot, we exchanged contact information. I told her I was looking for new people to work with in movies. And so when it came time to cast for Drawn Like Moths, we had our audition for actually a few different roles, and she blew us away with her acting. It was actually a bit of a challenge casting Alina because we couldn't figure out what role we wanted to give her because she was so good. Originally, we had her in mind for the woman in the red dress, but she also had an amazing audition as Mickey. She just brought this vulnerability to the character that was really powerful, and one that we thought that the audience could really connect to. Casting M'Kayla as Taylor is kind of an interesting story. M'Kayla and I actually went to high school for about a year. I was a senior and she was a freshman, and we met through a mutual classmate of ours, and we hung out a few times. And then I graduated, and that was kind of that for about 6 or 7 years. We didn't see each other. We were connected over Facebook, but we didn't really see each other until, to my surprise, she showed up at Dreadfest a few years ago. I think this was the year that we premiered Nano Z. And I saw her there, and I was just kind of like, what? And she walked up to me, and she was like, oh man, Alex, that was a really, really cool movie. Like, I want to get in on that shit. So, I mean, anytime you need like help behind the scenes or acting, hit me up. And then I actually did end up working with her on a short film and a music video, in the year after that. At one point, M'Kayla had expressed interest in doing stunt work to me. And so when we began our search for Taylor, I immediately thought of M'Kayla. M'Kayla just really brought this toughness and kind of nonchalantness to the character of Taylor that I thought that was kind of fun. Just the way that when her character interacts with her superiors, like, Miss Taylor. Yes, ma'am. Or like when she interacts with Morris. Keep your head down, compadre. Collect that paycheck. Yeah. Why else do you think I'm here? As well as this fierceness, especially during the action sequences. And so, getting to work with M'Kayla on this film has been really cool.
We're going to have more videos coming soon on casting and auditions. We're going to talk with Tony and Marcy about their contributions to the cast, and also we might have some interviews with the cast themselves. So please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.